All right, folks, welcome to Beyond the Steak. My name is Jason Steele, your host, and today we've got Jeff Cooper in studio. How you doing, Jeff?
Great, great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. When I saw your story, I think it was on World Carnivore Tribe, one of the pages. Man, incredible. I had to have you on my show. So, let's hear all about it. When you started Carnivore, the challenges in your life. I know your current partner, just incredible what you guys have gone through and are still going through. So, you know what? Tell your story, man. People want to hear it.
Well, I'll start what put me in the craziest situation, which is November 16th, 2018. While at work, I was struck by a car and found myself at Stanford ICU, unconscious, no idea how I ended up there. I was basically I gained consciousness while there and overheard nurses and doctors speaking to each other and saying, man, if he survives, his best hope, he's going to be a vegetable if somehow he even lives. And they don't realize I'm conscious. That was the beginning of the biggest change in my world, my life. For the next almost 2.5 years, I'm bedridden, going through surgeries. Obviously, I passed the vegetable state, and I literally have to completely start all over. Now it's you're never going to walk again. Man, and am I telling you, starting all over. Get on the ground. I couldn't crawl. I couldn't, everything, just like a baby dropped on earth. I start from the beginning. That goes on for almost 3 years. And all I do is come with a goal of, hey, I'm just going to start walking. First time I made it to my front door. It progresses from there. Well, that year almost turns into a celebration year. I end up drinking too much, not eating properly. I put on and get to about 275 pounds, and I can't do a push up. So we're talking ugly weight. Well, thankfully, I meet and have met my wife back in 2001 or 2021, sorry. And we decided just over 2 years ago, 3 years ago, step one, drop alcohol together. We've never touched it since. Just over 2 years ago, that December, so 2 years and 1 month, we joined our first gym together. About 6 months into it, I discover Carnivore. I go from 275 to middle of the weight or middle of the day weight, 203 pounds,
Wow.
veins in my stomach. I'm so lean. So we're talking, I depleted all unhealthy weight. We're not just talking, oh, there goes muscle, there goes everything. Get to that point, I dial in Carnivore even more. I'm now at 225 and I'm 49 years old. We seriously, some weeks work out 7 days a week, 2, 3 hours sometimes a day. Also, on top of that, we try to hike multiple times in a week. Each hike could be from 5 to 15 miles, a couple thousand feet in elevation. All of this, full recovery physically, I'm 100%. And there's no way I get to this point. Seriously, if I do not discover Carnivore, I cannot even tell somebody out there, not just energy, but heal your body. And this body's been through next level. I'm telling you right now, I give number one sole credit to Carnivore.
Incredible, man. Incredible. I swear to God, we were brothers in another lifetime. Because when we do our interview, you'll hear
Mm-hmm.
my story. Very similar. Very similar, dude. But that's incredible. Now, where'd you learn about carnivore? Who was your first mentor, guru, whatever you want to call it?
What's funny is I'm very into Joe Rogan, and not because I'm just into Joe Rogan. The fact he platforms a lot of different ideas from all different types of spaces to me is why I really enjoy him. He would, slightly mention it here and there. And then he had Jordan Peterson on as a guest. Jordan Peterson explained for health reasons what he had gone through, more importantly, what his wife had gone through and with carnivore, and then his daughter and her experience on carnivore. I was completely fascinated, knew where I was at physically and with my health. So I started digging. He, Jordan Peterson, is really opened my mind, especially I'm 49 years old. My car accident happened at age 42. I did not think physical is why I would ever be into anything ever again. It was health.
Right.
I learned getting into it, man, not only is it health, wow. I mean, physically, I mean, I've done and been in great shape in younger ages. I'm right there again at 49 years old. And it's all, again, like I said, man, what we consume and put in us is flat out, it's either helping you or hurting you. And this has taught me everything about that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's incredible. What a story. Now pushback, like pushback, family, friends, anything like that through this journey.
Well, what's great is I am naturally a very, very, very heavy set. I'm going to call myself kid. So at age 16, I was already 270 pounds, loose as a goose, could not do a push up. Well, I'm one of six children. I'm not the only one who got blessed with it's easy to look at food and put on weight gene.
Right.
My brother, Mike, my sister Jen, they are actually in person who I went and discussed it with after finding Jordan Peterson. And they had already been exploring and messing with it. Actually, and on top of that, my brother-in-law, Chris. So after I had learned this new information, all of them had experimented in it somewhat. And so I was able to learn and take it next levels through their experience before I had even started on my own. But they're completely what were the final decision and the last step of getting me to decide, man, I got to try this.
That's great. And like I get it all the time. I'm a real estate agent. I get told that even online. Well, you're just a realtor. You're not a doctor. You're not a nutritionist. But where do doctors, where do nutritionists, where do dietitians get their info from? They research, right? I've spent the last 2 years more than any doctor has ever researched on, like, general practitioner has researched on nutrition. They don't,
Yep.
right? So, yes, I know more than your doctor about your nutrition. I certified as a nutrition coach. Like, I'm not dumb. I'm not, and that's the problem is people become complacent. They listen, they watch. Oh, the sad diet's perfect. Got to keep eating spinach. Blah blah blah. Next thing you know, they're skinny fat, right? Oh, I'm healthy as a horse. I can run a marathon. Well, no, let's check your blood because what you're doing now, it's going to affect you 10 years from now. You might not drop tomorrow, but at some point in the future, you're going to be unhealthy because of what you're doing now, right? And we've been bred. It's a huge illusion by the food companies, the pharma companies. Eat your oil, eat your canola, eat this, eat that. And look at what it's doing to people.
How do we go back to the same people who caused the illness or the cure? And
Right.
that's the trap that a lot of people are stuck in. And that's why I'm completely with you on that medical system is trained and taught by who? Look,
Exactly.
who does our food system?
Yeah.
Weird. Same people teaching the medical. You
Yeah.
really think they want to get rid? That is like a multi-trillion-dollar business.
Oh,
You really
absolutely.
think they're going to clip themselves on their own? Yeah, I'd highly doubt they're the ones who are going to come up with the solution.
Yeah. Carnivore is natural GLP-1. It's not Ozempic. It's not all these different drugs. We were on the cruise, not that long ago. A lady sits down. There were no other tables. Sits down in front of us, looks at our plates, and goes, "Oh, you're not trying the dessert?" No, man. We're carnivore. You don't eat vegetables? No. You don't eat cake? No. Oh, I get up every morning and I give myself a shot at 8 a.m. I can eat whatever I want. I'm like, oh God, unreal.
You so a really great example of how because we could talk physical forever, and guess what? Physical benefits are awesome.
Yeah.
Still can't compete with health. My wife is actually even a better example of why carnivore is seriously so important to get this out there. Last May, she's only 32 years old, skinny as could be. You look at her, you'd think healthy. Last May, we're out and about, and we have to like, emergency fly to the hospital. She seriously thinks she's about to die.
Oh, wow.
For the next 3 weeks, she can't even get out of her bedroom and off the floor. Only reason we ever leave the home or she can even get up, doctor after doctor after doctor. She seriously has to take a medical leave from work. Every doctor, we have no run every test in the book. We don't know. They don't know yet. Every single doctor quickly right to the prescription pad. Here, take this.
Right.
Go to the next doctor. Oh, I don't know why they put you on that. Here, take this. This happens about 5 times. Every single one of them thinking they're correcting by, no, 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 that's the wrong prescription. Take this. Finally, she reaches out on her own and finds a holistic doctor in Charlotte and reaches out. Thousands of dollars out of her own pocket. It got her the most important part to change some small things, but to listen to what I had discovered through Carnivore.
Right.
So I address it with, you know what? Seriously, what we consume is either medicine or poison. I, serious, especially after knowing Jordan Peterson's experience with his family and illness and health, please, will you just try? First, let's eliminate bread, processed, dairy, even. Guess what? We've seriously had medical appointments that were scheduled for her to go under so they can run deeper tests. We cancel them all. She hasn't been back to the doctor since. Zero health issues since, all based off carnivore and her diet and what she consumes. She's as healthy physically as could be, and
Right.
still doctors would answer, we have no idea. Carnivore's literally, it's been her solution.
Right. And you know, when you look at photos of you guys, wow, you wouldn't know it, right? You would just think these guys are fit. They're fitness like gurus, and you know, your own show now. You guys are doing a weekly podcast.
We are. We've, after our experience, and I've, like you said, people look at us and they assume, man, they got it easy. I'm like,
Yeah.
let's sit down and talk. You think I had it easy? Let me hear your reasoning of why you believe you can't, because there's nothing you're going to tell me. You have a heartbeat and can breathe, or I'm going to buy your excuse of why you can't.
Right.
So going through with her, alcohol used to be her biggest obstacle. She was deep, full blown alcoholic, was on her way out of this world thanks to alcohol. Her experience, and then with her health, and what everything's turned around, everyone looks at her and thinks, she's got the easy life. Look at her. What does she ever have to deal with? Man, she's dealt literally with hell.
Right.
Well, so have I. And now both of us, we found our purpose of, it means nothing more to me than to reach out to anyone out there who's struggling, just to like let them know they have to believe there is a way. There are resources out there. There are people willing to help. There are ideas that you absolutely should explore. Don't give up. There's help out there. So we're putting ourselves out there.
Yeah. It's not hypothesis. It's not science. It is fact, right? It is fact. There's so many people and people trying to debunk it and oh, this guy stopped carnivore because it made him sick. No, carnivore didn't make him sick. He started on honey. He added fruit. He did this. You don't know. He was putting stuff up his nose, perhaps, you know, behind the scenes. Um, yeah, it's incredible. And then going back to doctors and writing script, people wonder why I have such a hate for pharmaceutical and the medical profession. My dad, general practitioner, my sister, bariatric surgeon at Johns Hopkins, my grandparents owned a pharmacy. I should be on that side of things, right? Like, but I was black sheep, and only because as a teenager, big pharma and the medical community got me addicted to opioids. Now I know people are probably, well, that's on you. You're the one taking them. They were the ones that got me hooked after a car accident. They were the ones that continued to prescribe. Even, I had my appendix out a few weeks ago, about a month ago, told them no morphine. I was an addict when I was younger. They gave me morphine, dude. Didn't even know. I was sitting there with my wife talking to her. She's holding my hand. All of a sudden, my eyes rolled back in my head. This is going back 30 years to that hit of morphine. And this hospital just unleashed that again. So I'm drinking water. I'm doing everything I can to get the taste of that candy out of my mouth again. That's why I hate the medical profession. These doctors, again, they have probably more training on how to write the acronym for 3 times a day by mouth than they do in nutrition, right?
Absolutely. And you're nailing it. You just reminded me when I first got in my accident. Obviously, in the hospital, I am loaded on Oxycontin and morphine drip constantly.
Right.
By the time I'm released, I'm sent home with unlimited Oxycontin and Norco, unlimited refills.
Right.
Thankfully, I have experience from 20 years ago. I actually used to work at a pharmaceutical warehouse. So I knew completely the dangers of opiates. Little do they know, I'm not taking their prescription stuff. I was weaned off of that within a month and a half, and I would seriously rather suffer in my own pain than cause more damage. I know exactly what that stuff will do. And talk about addiction, next
Yeah.
level addictive. So I get sent home with those prescriptions. My first checkup after getting out of ICU is the doctor writes down everything I told him. Okay, here's 100 Norco. Have a good day.
Right.
At that point, they have no idea. They still have not even addressed or touched. I have a broken neck, a broken jaw. My right shoulder is completely torn apart. Eventually gets surgery. They don't even check me. Just write the prescription. My knee torn apart, MCL, ACL, broken just below it. Don't even check it. Let's the pain. Let's mask the pain. Put a
Right.
band-aid literally on a complete busted body. They do absolutely nothing for me. I have to push every issue to get every single one of my injuries even addressed. It was unreal, like unreal. Zero faith in, and don't get me wrong, if someone out there breaks your arm, it's a doctor you need to go to.
Yeah.
Man, you sure need to learn and investigate, not you, but people out there, find out, take your health into your own hands, because trust me, who you think is looking out for you is not at all.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the key is reduce that inflammation, get it down to zero, and everything else. You're either going to get over it really quick, like a cold. B, you're not going to have to worry about your rheumatoid, your fibromyalgia, your MS, your this, your that, and the other thing. It all starts in the gut.
Yep.
I just wish more people would listen.
And that's the
But
whole thing. Don't just take any of our words for it. This is what, since I did grow up so chubby and with health issues, there's not a single diet, a single way that I have not tried. I've lost 70 plus pounds 5 different times in my life. Guess what? Guess what happens as soon as you stop every other diet?
yeah,
With this is, I'm not kidding you, not just a miracle for your health, but what you're able to do, even while building muscle, lean muscle, because at the same time you keep the fat off, at the same time while putting your body through the physical activities that we do, I'm finding growth in a way I've never found through any other way. On top of, again, completely curing myself physically and mentally.
yeah. I find that the people on this lifestyle don't toot their own horns either. It's not like veganism. It's not like oh God, what's that circuit training?
CrossFit.
Yeah, it's not like a CrossFit. Like we don't go around honking our horns and unless people ask, right? We're very
Yep.
calm with the approach. It's very, food oriented and I think that's part of being carnivore is we're able to have clear thought, not jump down people's throats and, have that conversation without being overly persuasive. It is what it is.
And that's exactly it. Don't take anyone's word for it. My brother in law said it best before I started. He's like, listen, I know with your background in lifting and everything, I'd be so curious who reacted to it. Will you make me one, deal? Just try it for 30 days. And if you cannot stand it, don't look back. And
Yeah,
actually even tell me that. Give me that information. Just give it 30 days for yourself and find out and learn for yourself. It's the same thing I would recommend to anybody out there. Don't listen to even us. Don't listen to any influencer out there about anything. If you have a curiosity, especially in this, I'm telling you right now, for your heart, for your soul, give it 30 days. Find out
yeah,
for yourself.
absolutely. And that was the whole purpose of Carnivore Compass. Like, when I started this, when I researched it, you've likely seen the video. My very first video of Kevin Attenborough. He's the one that was more or less my non-influencer um, person that I watch mentor on Carnivore. Right? He's just a normal, average, everyday Joe. Trained him when he was a kid for hockey. I was his coach. Chubby little kid, grew up chubby, rode bike Harley all the time, so he's not out exercising.
Mhm.
Went to his barbecues, drank his beer, lost 100 pounds in his first year on Carnivore, and so that's where I got my influence from, and haven't looked back. It's just been incredible. And then I meet people like you guys in these forums, and when I saw like some of the vitriol in these groups, like people attacking people, I said to Joel, like, let's start our own page and invite people in, keep it private, and then they'll ask the questions. They won't be intimidated and afraid. And then we started the 30-day challenge, and it seems to work. And now we have in our group, I would say at least 2 dozen of the people in this group of over 600 now um, are servers that we've had, whether it's a restaurant in Florida, a restaurant in Port Elgin, Toronto, wondering why are we just ordering like this? And they get in the conversation. They pry us for the info, and now they're part of the group doing the challenges. So it's pretty wild.
Yo, it's definitely something once you feel it for yourself.
Yeah,
It does, like, especially when you see how many people are struggling and hurting out there. It's like, trust me, just try it. Don't
yeah,
believe me, just try it. You deserve better. This may not be the one thing for you, which until you try it, I still won't buy that, but
yeah,
just try it. You deserve better. We all deserve better. And this way, like I said, mentally and physically, I mean, I'm sure you know, especially with the brain function alone and how much natural creatine you get from red meat.
yeah.
Man, that's brain food. Your brain thrives on creatine. So it's mental as much as physical. The benefits are
Yeah.
unreal.
100%. The creatine, the cholesterol. I mean, this is everything your brain needs and no sugar, right? I
Yep.
had somebody argue that, not argue, but came on my Instagram post on the Compass, and he's like, I'm a cross country marathon runner. I do Ironman, and there's just not enough energy in carnivore. I need my carbs. Like, dude, you crash every 20 minutes on your carbs, and then you need more and more. And you're going up, down, up, down. What's that doing to your body? Try it for 30 days. I'm not saying go do a marathon, just get on the treadmill. Let your body get used to it. Let it start fueling on ketones. You will win the next race, dude. You know?
So you nailed it too. Carbs. I get this all the time at our local gym. We live in a small town. We'll call it ill people. Let's just say I refer to it as I'm not talking, I love it here, but a lot of things are still 20 years in the past. So when any of these people approach me on this idea, it's, huh? Men can't function without carbs. You gotta have carbs for fuel. I wouldn't have energy. I'm like, listen, you're 20 years old. I'm almost 50 years old. You can't even do cardio in the gym outside of your lifting. And you want to tell me that you need carbs for energy. You can't even meet and keep up with my old, shouldn't be walking body and my wife in what we do in any given week. You want to tell
Right.
me how it doesn't give energy? You're talking to somebody who's never had more energy in their life, who can do what you can't do. And guess
Yeah.
what? That many carbs.
Right. Oh, we could go on for days, man. Like, it's It's incredible. Same with these shows, right? These bikini pageants and muscle shows. They carve these people up right before the show. Have your 300 grams of carbs tomorrow or tonight for the show tomorrow. Why? Why do they feed cows grain, carbs? Why? Bulks
Yep,
them up. It bulks them up so they look better on stage, right? That's all. Not building
definitely.
muscle. Bulk is not muscle. Bulk is water, right? Bulk is fat molecules. Like you want muscle tone, get rid of the carbs.
It's exactly it. Like,
Yeah,
and again, those shows, no disrespect for anyone, and that's their goal, and that's what they love in life. But if you want to say that anyone who competes is doing it for health reasons, you're blinded by what the actual point is, because what they're doing to their bodies by depleting and then overindulging, depleting, cut bulk, and especially for women, talk about absolutely unhealthy. It's
yeah,
horrible on the body.
yeah. That's Joel was hesitant at first when we started. And then we made the mistake of getting our blood work done 2 months in. Oh my God, ferritin up, iron up, ATP, ALP, everything was way up. And the secretary at the doctor's office scared the shit out of her. They're like, you're going to die if you keep this up. So she went back to keto, added some berries, added this, that, and the other thing. I stayed on carnivore and went retested 4 months later, had the blood of a 30-year-old. So she went right back on carnivore, thinking, yeah, you didn't let your body adjust, right? It takes time. It takes about 6 months for that metabolic function.
And if you can make it, it's wonders what you allow your body to heal and do for itself by
Yeah,
eliminating all of that stuff it's been so used to fighting. You actually now have time to repair cells and damage way beyond, like, it's unbelievable. That's why, seriously, with anybody out there, it's like, don't even take another person's word for it.
right.
Try it for yourself. The benefits are there. Just try it.
Absolutely. Well, my friend, 30 minutes in, I think we've given people enough of what they need to hear. Now it's up to them, and that's all we can do.
And I truly hope you do put some pictures in there, because if I looked
Absolutely.
at me, I wouldn't believe what this body looked like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And to understand when we talk about healing and health, it's been one
And
journey, but I'm telling you right now, well worth it. And thank
you
you to anyone out there
absolutely
doing the word on carnivore like yourself. It needs to get out there.
100%. Can you send me a message over some photos that you're okay to have on you and it's Chelsea, right?
It is, yes.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Because I'd like to put some photos up too to give girls, females some incentive as well. Um, Incredible. I really appreciate it.
And
And
please know anything that I have even on my profile, it's more than public. It's only on there for the people to have
yeah,
help them understand what's possible.
absolutely. Well, I do appreciate it. Hang tight. I'm going to stop the recording and then we'll
Cool.
just have a conversation here right after. Thanks
Awesome.
so much, everybody, for joining Beyond the Steak and Carnivore Compass here with Jeff Cooper. Thanks so much, Jeff.
Thanks for having me. Take care, everybody.